Elena didn't know her name. She didn't know where she was or why her shoes were missing. All she knew was that she was cold, confused, and holding half a croissant. She had wandered into the sleek, intimidating glass building without realizing it was the headquarters of Titan Enterprises, the most powerful company in the city. A concerned receptionist had called security, but before they could intervene, a tall man in a dark, tailored suit appeared. His stride was sharp, his gaze sharper. He looked like trouble. Elena panicked. Her instincts screamed, "Danger," and, before anyone could stop her, slap. The sound echoed through the marble-floored lobby. Everyone froze. The man blinked. One hand slowly touched his reddening cheek. "I'm so sorry," Elena gasped. "I don't know why I did that. I don't even know who I am." He stared at her for a long moment, and then did something no one expected from Alexander Wolf, the notoriously unapproachable CEO of Titan Enterprises. He smiled. And not just any smile. A stunned, genuinely amused smile. "Interesting," he said calmly. "Get her a towel, a blanket, and maybe another croissant. She looks like she's been through war." From that moment on, Elena's presence in the building was tolerated. No, welcomed. Alexander insisted she stay in the company's guest suite until they figured out who she really was. He claimed it was a liability issue, but secretly, he found himself drawn to her unpredictability, her honesty, and the way she called him out like no one ever dared. "You look like a Bond villain," she told him one day. "You should try smiling more. It makes you look slightly less evil." "I'll take that as a compliment," he replied, biting back a grin. She had no memory, but her personality burned bright. She questioned everything, laughed freely, and kept leaving sticky notes on his desk with doodles of cats and motivational quotes that said things like, "Even CEOs need hugs." Alexander, the man who terrified boardrooms into silence, found himself rearranging his schedule just to see her for 10 minutes. Her presence disarmed him. Her warmth melted walls he didn't even know he had. And then, her memories came back. The truth hit like a thunderclap. She was Dr. Elena Reyes, a neuroscientist who had spent years researching memory loss. She had come to Titan Enterprises to demand answers, why her funding had been cut, why her research was buried. She had been furious. But before she could confront the CEO, she slipped on the wet pavement outside and hit her head. And now, she had fallen for the very man she was meant to challenge. "I remember everything now," she told him, standing in his office. The same place she'd slapped him weeks ago. "You pulled the plug on everything I worked for." Alexander looked at her, guilt in his eyes. "I made a mistake. I didn't know the full impact. I only saw numbers on a spreadsheet. But now, I see you. I see the work. And I want to make it right." She studied him. "You didn't fall for me because I was a scientist." "No," he said softly. "I fell for you the moment you slapped me, and then apologized while holding a croissant. I just didn't know it yet." Silence. Then, with a sigh, Elena raised her hand and gently slapped him again. "What was that for?" he asked, surprised. She smiled. "Tradition." He laughed, stepped forward, and kissed her. Not out of power. Not out of impulse, but out of the undeniable truth that sometimes fate works in ridiculous, unexpected, and strangely perfect ways. The Amnesia girl had walked into his building and turned his world upside down, and Alexander Wolf never wanted it any other way.